So if you guys want to learn how to trade options, purchase my ebook located at wordly41.gumroad.com. And basically, how did I make $1,173 just trading a couple of Google put options? So on April 3rd, 11/19. So April 3rd. Let's see, shouldn't be that far. April 3rd. I said 11/19, right? So basically, this candle right here on the 11:30 candle is when I got into Google put options. So basically, as soon as Google approached the 20-day moving average, I bought Google put options. And the reason I bought Google put options here was because the previous candles, this one, and then the pre-market candle, and I guess you could say this one too, right here, and this one too, all had trouble breaking above the 20-day moving average. So with that in mind, I was like, okay, if that's the case, it's likely going to see a rejection from the 20-day moving average if Google does decide to, touch that resistance of the 20-day moving average. So I bought Google put options around the 11:30 candle. When I did that at 14:27, so 14:27, which is this candle? No, this candle right here. I sold out the position because I was like, okay, pretty much if Google is having trouble, breaking that 20-day moving average, it's most likely going to see further momentum towards the downside, and that's exactly what happened. So when I sold out the position, right, at 14:27, right, I made $1,173 just trading a couple of Google put options. So basically what the strategy is you're trying to use the moving averages as either support or resistance, and then try to figure out if you're playing puts or you're playing call options on that specific stock. And the best way that I can interpret this strategy, it's all about probability, but not, and it's also based on, like, I guess you could say, trends, trying to figure out the trends. So the best way that I can figure out what type of trend a particular stock is in, so basically I like to use the 4-hour time chart because me personally, I find it the best time to analyze the trend of a particular stock, right, for the long term. So for example, you can see on the 4-hour time chart, right, ever since, I guess, February 5th, Google's just been in a downtrend, and you can kind of see that it tried breaking the 180-day moving average at one point here, got rejected by it. It somewhat got over the 9 and 20-day moving average here, April 2nd, but completely failed. Then one point it tried breaking the 50-day moving average and it failed. So basically the same thing is kind of happening again. Google looks like it wants to approach that 180 or 200-day moving average. And basically what I would do is that I would just buy, just a couple of, I would open a small position of Google put options. Once Google approaches either the 180 or 200-day moving average, and basically my loss, that the most that I want to take is at least a 10 or 20% loss. Maximum loss that I can lose in a trade is anywhere from 30 to 25%. Once I see that threshold being reached, right, that the position is down either 25 or 30%, I'm out the position. I'll just move on to the next trade because honestly, it looks like if it reached that percentage threshold, then that probably means that your trade is 100% probably not going to be in the green, or it's probably not going to go right. So basically, in a way, it's all about probability. The way I see it is that nobody in the trading world is honestly that, I guess you could say, profitable, right? Honestly, I would say it's just like all about probability and just, going off instincts. A lot of people say that, you can't, rely on guessing in a way. And honestly, I kind of have to say that's not true, because you could totally predict that a particular stock, right, is in a downtrend. And let's say you analyze the chart, and your final thought process is, that particular stock is in a downtrend. You buy puts on that particular stock, right? After analyzing and seeing that it's in a downtrend, you could buy puts at the perfect time, and it could completely, that particular stock, shatter your strategy, because it honestly could go, very south very quickly, because that's just how the stock market works. It doesn't have to go, work your way. Yeah, basically, your strategies in a way can just be, overcome by what goes on the market, what goes on around the world. So like certain, factors, that being like tariffs, economic factors going around the world, right, can totally affect your strategy in a way. So I kind of feel like when people say that, oh, you're just kind of like guessing, or it's just like luck, it is in a way. Yeah, that is true. But the way I see it is that if you kind of, if you try your best to have that particular strategy set in mind of, if it reaches a certain threshold of being down by a certain percentage, right, that's when you want to enter, because you kind of want to have your, what's that thing called where they say, you want to have risk tolerance, right? So basically, you kind of want to be tolerant when your position is down a certain threshold. So let's say your threshold risk tolerance is, once your position is down either 10 or 20%, you exit out that position, take it as a loss, move on to the next trade, and just come up with a different strategy, whether you're playing put or call options. So it's honestly all about probability. No one's the best, not even me. I've showed you guys, my red days that I've taken so far. I mean, I haven't taken so far, not yet, a loss, so that's pretty good on me. And so basically, in a way, you're trying to play the probability game in a way, but try to play it in your favor using the moving averages, technical analysis. Try to use the 4-hour time chart to analyze, the long-term trend of that particular stock that you're trading. That way you can see if it's in a uptrend or in a downtrend. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, like I said, if you guys want to learn how to trade options, right, purchase my ebook located at worldly41.gumroad.com. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll keep you guys updated with the crypto position tomorrow. I'll definitely show you guys what's up with that. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, take care. And this is not financial advice. As always, take care. Bye.